I think first of all there's this great societal conversation take place in Ireland around gender, with the marriage referendum really spiking people's interest, but also a lot of history that's played back into the story of where we've all come from in terms of our society. So it's very hard to avoid the conversation, whether it's at your dinner table, sitting watching television in the evening with your spouse, meeting your friends for dinner on a Saturday night. So it's become part of what we talk about.
My view would be to start making it more part of everyday conversations. So take the taboo out of it. So when we're putting together a team for a client meeting, let's look at the diversity element. Who do we have on the team? What can they bring to the meeting? And how can we best serve the client with our diversity?
First of all, there's how we kind of build that business case, how we help people to understand that this is really business critical, and how we kind of paint the alternative of what not doing anything about this will mean, the impact on our business, its future success. The second thing I think is to give people the language and to help them build their awareness around this. So I think sometimes there's a reluctance to have this conversation because people are afraid of saying the wrong thing or getting themselves into hot water. But for me, it's better to have the conversation than not to have it at all.
A lot of men feel that they don't actually have legitimacy to speak or act on gender parity. We need to change that now. It really helps to broaden the conversation beyond the gender strand and approach diversity and inclusion holistically rather than on individual pillars.
It's a business issue, it's not a women's issue. It's something that we need to look at as a business issue, because if we can get that problem solved, we get better decisions, we get a better outcome for our business and for our people. I think the second thing is to engage and to challenge. I think if we look at our policies, our structures, how we do things, if men and women challenge them, we can do things better. I think we've got examples here, we've done it so far, things like paternity policy, maternity policies, but there's more we can do, I'm sure. But it's also awareness. I think, I'm not sure we fully are aware, and men in particular perhaps aren't aware of some of the things they can do, some of the issues that are there. So I think there are three things that perhaps we can look at that might help and make a difference.
Well, I think what's really important about gender parity is it's about females and it's also about males. I think what we really need to concentrate on is making sure that our males feel responsible for the gender parity conversation, but also not just feeling responsible, but feeling empowered. That it's really important that they see gender parity and gender issues as part of their agenda, not just the females within our organisation.
We especially need men to understand that this is not a zero-sum game where gender parity means losses for men. There are many social, economic and political benefits of gender parity for them. But one thing is for sure, all genders must be meaningfully engaged in the conversation for positive change to happen. Just don't lose sight of women in those conversations.